Hello, gang. This is Runrunner, and welcome to another episode. Today I have sort of a random assortment of stuff to talk about, stuff to do. But first I wanted to start with a little project that a few of these have actually already started. This one I also have already started. It's over at our skeleton farm here. I took a cue from Tango Tech and built my cow farm around my skeleton farm. The reason why we want to do that is because the bones we get from the skeleton farm, which get put in here, we can then take and put into bone meal up in these chests right here. And then this becomes a wheat farm right there. Just throws bone meal at everything you put down there. There's plenty of wheat farm designs out there. I chose this one, modified it a little bit. I like it. And then from there you take the wheat, and over here is where we will breed the cows. I'll get a little bit more into this system in a second, but just to show you a few other things I've done around here. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, it's daytime. Put in a very short elevator, just easy access up the surface, and just an iron door in case there's anything up here that I don't want to run into, say like a creeper, and then just a simple water drop. I had to take half a heart of damage, but I didn't want to cut my ceiling back anymore, so anyway, these guys are just you know, falling in there. We get the bones from over here. I don't know if I've showed you this, but this lever right here switches it to automatic killing. Basically, it pulls back the wall and puts some water here so that when they fall down, they get pushed back and into the lava, and then some hoppers collect their drops and put it in here. That makes it an AFK farm just for the bones. I have it set for here, just so that I can get the XP. There it is. And yeah, while I'm working here, I do that. Alright, so the way this thing is going to work, there's going to be 3 spots for all the cows to sit in right here. They're more than a block tall, so they won't be able to get through those openings, which will prove to be very helpful later on. Essentially, they'll sit right there, and when I press this button over here, it you know, just activates these dispensers and throws some water in there. The cows will then start bouncing, and you can then take them and hit them with wheat, and get all of them, and they'll breed right there. And you know, their babies will be born right there. Once that happens and the babies are sitting right here, they're not going to want to be in the same 1 block area as, you know, all the other cows right there, so they're going to look for a way to get out of the way, and they're going to, you know, go out to either side. They're less than 1 block tall. They'll then fall down into a water system here that will bring them up. Let's see. Wow. Okay, jump fail. Bring them up and over this and down into a tube I have right over here. Let me get around to the front and show you that. They'll fall right here. This is half slabs, so they can't get out. And basically at this point they just grow up into adult cows. When I am ready to process them, I'll just press this button, and that basically will put a block over them and suffocate them for the perfect amount of time to make them a 1-hit kill. And if there's just a few of them, I'll just reach out and hit them and break them, or, you know, not break them, but kill them. And if there's more than a few, then a potion of harming should do the trick. Just to show you what I have over here, the button is on the other side of this, so when you hit it, the signal goes into a T flip-flop, and we'll keep this wire on, which also extends the piston. And once it turns on, then it goes through this timer right here, which then reverses the T flip-flop and turns it off. I think that's a T flip-flop. I don't know. I don't know all the mumbo-jumbo of it, but anyway. That's what's happening right there. When it turns off, the piston will turn off again. Underneath the half slab that the cows will be sitting on are some hoppers, and as you know, items can pass through half slabs to get into a hopper underneath it. That chain comes around back here into a quick hopper elevator. Very similar to the witch farm that we've just built. And that'll move everything up there. It's a little cramped. And from there, let's see. Give me a quick second here. From there, it'll go into a sorting system that I've covered with glowstone here, just so that I can have some lighting behind the chest. But anyway, it goes into a sorting system, which you've, I'm sure, seen plenty of before. And it will pull the leather out and put it into this bottom chest, and everything else, which should only be cooked beef, cooked beef and raw beef, should go into this top chest right here. Alright, so the next and probably most annoying step is to get the cows into the little areas here. Now what I've done is I've dug this one up to the surface, and for all three I have put dirt around the holes to make sure that the cows get all the way down in there. Then the last piece here, we want to turn on the water to catch them so that they don't get damaged. We don't want that to happen. I've got some dirt, some wheat, some water. Let's see, it's not nighttime. Let's go up to the surface. Any bad guys? Bad guys. Alright, so where did that hole come up? Alright, here it is. Pull down the fluff a little bit here. Alright, and the next one should be here. Oh, it's... Wait, what? Oh, okay. Got turned around. There it is. And the last one should be right here. There it is. Okay, so, because these are all adult cows, we don't have to go too high, but near the end here, getting them into the hole, I want to put some water in there, just to sort of, keep them moving as they get closer to the hole. So we're going to put a sign there, and let's put a sign here, and let's see. And then we'll put the water there. Alright, we're going to put a few in here. These two are kind enough to move on their own. I'm going to start with just two, putting them in there, and as soon as they recognize the fact that I'm holding wheat, the black one did. I'm going to put two in and just do a quick test run to make sure that the whole thing works. Alright, here they come. And once they get caught into the water here, that should be the end of that. Down he goes. Down he goes. Alright, I have a quick thing I want to do with these two picks. One of them is Efficiency 4, Silk Touch. The other one is Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3. I have plenty of Fortune 3 picks now at this point. But I would like another Silk Touch that has Unbreaking on it. So we're going to do that. 37 levels. Bam. Alright, so it is a little bit in the future here. I've filled up our little breeding cells with cows from my farm up on the surface. Done a whole bunch of breeding, and now we have about 100, maybe a little bit more cows ready to be bred. I haven't upgraded to the new 1.7 snapshots yet, so when I hit this, the frame is still going to come off the wall as well as the sword. But once I do upgrade, one of the new features is that anything that's in if the item is in the frame, when you hit it the first time, only the item will come out, and then when you hit an empty frame, the empty frame will come off the wall. So we'll look forward to that in the future. Alright, we're going to need a quick potion. I'm going to show you the machine working right now, and then I'll show you what I ended up doing for the elevator in the back there. Where are the potions? There we go. Instant damage. Cool. Alrighty, so all the cows are there. They are waiting to be processed. Always going to lose a couple. I'm not sure what is causing that, but the vast majority of them are still there. Still is at 131. I think we only lost about 10 or so of those guys. But now at this point, what you're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is throw a potion of harming, and then immediately switch to the sword, which is a looting 3 sword. And that means I can kill them all with the potion, but get the effect of the looting sword, which will be equipped when they die. So here it goes. Done and done. I get all the XP. A whole bunch of this stuff fell into the machine, but that part isn't working as well as I had hoped it would. That's okay. The boxes are only right there anyway. We put the sword back, and now these guys are ready to be bred again. Alright, so back through here. As you know, this button right here will activate the water under the cows. And then the baby cows will drop off there and get pushed into this water stream. Unfortunately, the baby cows can't just go straight up with a water elevator like most normal mobs can. I'm not sure exactly why. I think it's because they're too short or something. I don't know. Instead, what you have to do is you have to sort of make a staircase for them. And let's see, so touch. Go like that. And so this staircase, basically, the water pushes the cow up onto a fence post right here. And that makes the cow go up half a slab right there, but the water is still pushing it completely across the slab. And then once this water here will... Oh, crap. This water here will continue to push it up the next, only at this point, half a step up to this block. And as soon as it does that, this water block will continue the process. So it takes a little bit more space to do that. But we have plenty of space right here. And it'll get almost every single cow up there. Works pretty well. And it's the only way I know how, or was able to figure out how to do from the internet. So let's turn this on. I have a bunch of wheat. And we're going to breed all of our cows. Basically, I'm just holding down the right trigger to feed the wheat to them, and they all bounce, and they'll all take different, they'll all bounce at different times, and they'll eventually all get fed like that. Alright, let's grab some more. Next up. I think I'm going to put a few more cows into this from my farm up above. I haven't completely closed off the drops down in here. But I'll do that off camera. Just finish up this batch right here. Alright. Turn off the water. And now we can come down here and we can see that the baby cows are making their way slowly but surely up the water staircase. It happens very, very slowly. They're all bumping into each other and whatnot. But they will eventually all make it up there. If you come over here... Let's see. They haven't gotten that far yet. Alright, I'm going to close this up. And, oh, there's the first one right there. And they'll start dropping like crazy now. There's 3 of them. Is that a 4th, I think, maybe? 3. I don't know. There's a bunch of them already. So, yeah, that's how that works. Alright, so I'm here in the Nether. I have another project that I wanted to work on here. Just clearing out any wither skeletons that are hanging around. And nothing. That's too bad. So another project I want to do here is finally put in a rail line between where my Nether portal is and this sort of Nether base. We have our blaze farm all set up right here, and just starting to work on a, sort of base down here. I've been using that sort of, room up here. I'll give you a view of that right in there as sort of my home base. It's lit up quite a lot so that we get minimal spawns in here, and I just have a few chests. But I'd like to turn this into spawning space as well. There is quite a lot of spawning space around that room right there. So what I was thinking was combining that area up there and the blaze farm down here as sort of a, main base of sorts for this fortress down here. In order to do that, instead of trying to build a causeway out in the middle of a major Nether, ocean right here with gas shooting at me and whatnot, I've decided to go under the lava. So to go under the lava, I'm going to make the rail line go from my original nether portals down there under the lava to get all the way down to this point here. And then we're going to use the already existing structure to sort of build an elevator up here. Now I've marked where I want the elevator to be, right here in the center of this area right here. And this is pretty confined already by the existing fortress. I'm going to have to build up a little bit more, so to give you some eyes on the walls that are already existent, you can see it's sort of already enclosed, but I'm going to have to add a little bit more. And I've made it as big as the elevator, my typical elevator, which is the one that pistons push you up stairs in a spiral. I already have a few of them set up in the overworld. Essentially, the stairs are going to be on these 4 blocks right here. So you'll alternate on these 4 all the way up. And then the machinery is primarily on this loop out here. And then the loop of nether brick that I've put around here is what I have to build all the way down to underneath where the lava is, where my rail is going to drop me off. So we're going to put that in there, and then I'm going to put a sort of, I'm going to use a vine drop. So similar to a water drop, except that you cannot, where is he? Oh, jeez. So in the overworld, I would use a water drop. Here I'm going to use something similar, except instead of water, we're going to have vines. It'll do the trick, and oh, he moved. What a jerk. That'll do the trick, and vines are able to, you're able to have vines in the nether. So first step of that, which I've already done, but just to give you sort of insight into what I'm doing, I have to record where these blocks actually are. So it goes from 168 to 169 on the X, and from 209 to 210 on the Z. Those 4 blocks are my midpoint. So the next step for me is to go all the way back to where my portals are and make the tunnel to underneath the lava on those points. It's going to be a pretty long tunnel. I'm going to make it very similar to the tunnels that I have in the overworld already. That's going to be my typical subway design. And yeah, so let me get down to the portals and I'll catch up with you. Alright, so just checking in here on progress. I do have fire resistance on to work in this tunnel. Obviously, it's pretty cheap, so why not use it? So what I've been doing is going under the lava here to slowly place the cobblestone and create the tunnel. And then when it comes time to remove the lava from the tunnel, basically if you make this little too high area right here, then another block underneath there to catch the lava, you can swim up and hang out right here, right at the border of the lava in the air, and see right through it, which is kind of a handy little feature. And then basically I just fill in with some netherrack like this. And finish that up, boom, boom. And back off. And that's that. And then I just go through and remove that. Haven't gotten that far yet. Does it go down? Good. It's a long, grueling process that has taken a long time, but I've gotten pretty far. Pretty happy with how far I've gotten. Just wait for this lava to go away. There we go. And here near the end of the tunnel, when it goes into a little netherrack spot, hill under the lava, basically I just need to replace it. I cannot put blaze... wow. I cannot place blocks today. Like that. Yeah, it's a long process. It takes a while, but get myself a glass of rum and it doesn't take too long. Hey there, gang. Quick update on how I'm doing here. I've made the shaft for our elevator to bring us up into the Nether fortress, and right now I'm just going through and putting in the central staircase that the pistons will end up pushing us up. And in a couple of moments here, we'll be up at our blaze farm, which is where we're going to have our Nether fortress sort of area, I guess. So yeah, just a quick update here, and I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I now have the staircase set up and installed here. Just spirals all the way up to the top. Here's the remainder of the tunnel. It is incredibly long, and right now I'm using my trusty horse, which we still have yet to name, to get back and forth. But eventually this will be a rail to bring us to this point. And then we'll just walk in here and hop onto our little elevator. Next thing I'm going to do is install the pistons and the glowstone. And then we'll check back in. Alright, and I'm back. Now all the machinery should be in place. I haven't ridden it yet. I just placed the pressure pad right here. I've got 3 full repeater delays to let ourselves up. Well, it sounds like it works, but let's give it a shot, see if it goes all the way up to the top. I've got 3 repeater delays. We'll shorten that if we need to, but here we go. Perfect. Alrighty. So I'm going to go through and cover the rest of this up like so. Let's see. Bam, bam. Like that. Not like that. Basically just skin this so that it looks nice as we're coming up. I think I have to go back to my base and get a little bit more of the nether brick, but you know, we can certainly do that. Not a problem at all. Yeah, so I will see you guys when I'm done with that. This tunnel is so long. It took me probably close to 5 straight hours of work just to dig this out of the lava and put the cobblestone all around it. I'm also completely out of cobblestone as well. There's the end out in the distance there. The world is just loading a little bit slow. And up we go. Alright. Have a little bit of enchanting to do. I'm going to enchant a shovel, an axe, and a pickaxe. And we'll start with the shovel. 30. Perfect. Exactly what I need. And the axe. Perfect. Exactly what I need. And the pickaxe. Oh, I still need to get 11 more XP. Alright. And we're back. Finish up this pickaxe. Perfect. Exactly what I would want there, too. Alright. Gonna head back to the base. Isn't that lovely? So much iron. I have definitely increased my wealth so far. I've done a whole bunch of mining, as you can see here. I've been to the Nether for a little while to get some Nether quartz. Haven't broken it yet, but did do a little bit. Still a little bit lower than I would like to be for gold, but plenty of iron. Now, how did I get that, you might ask? Certainly not by listening to music. Turn that off. Well, I've built an iron golem farm. And I had a whole bunch of footage of me building it, showing you how it's done, here and there, and what I did, but I didn't really like how the footage came out. It wasn't entertaining. I didn't like it so much, so I threw it away. And instead, I'm just going to show you the final product. If anybody remembers where the first witch hut I found was, that we ended up, that I ended up not being able to use because it was technically in a river biome. I decided to make the iron golem farm there. Use the same portal that I already had set up. It's pretty close. It's out of the way. Oh, and we got some nighttime. Let me sleep real quick before they see me. And now they burn. Cool. So, if you remember, right here was where that witch farm was, and I decided to make my iron golem farm right there. So, basically, for those of you who don't know what this is, I will link in the description the tutorial that I used. It was by Doc M. He does a pretty good job at explaining exactly what you need to do. His goes up and actually has 2 breeding cells in the bottom and then 2 more way up in the sky. I decided just to do 2, save on resources, save on time, and I could always just AFK longer. You know, you can always AFK longer by leaving your Minecraft on overnight or whatever. But essentially what happens in these things, and let's see if I have enough blocks to get up here. Like that. Alrighty, so in here, I don't really want to break any of these. Oh, I can go down the corner. Perfect. So in here, all these doors right here pretty much make up the village. And if you see the blocks jutting out on the side, there's one of those on every single side of these 2 cells here. 2 independent villages is what they make up. Those each have 4 villagers in it. And the 16 villagers, plus the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2 per side, it's 12, 48 doors, plus the 16 villagers, makes up a village that will create a iron golem in the middle of the village, which would be right here in the water. Up above us is just another platform of water similar to this. And between those 2, it's going to create an iron golem, which will flow to the middle, down through the middle, and then it will follow this tube all the way over there to the killing area. Once that iron golem is taken away and killed and brought over to the killing area, though, this village will recognize that it no longer has an iron golem guarding the village, and they will create another one. It doesn't happen, instantly. It takes a few minutes for that to actually, get recognized. But they will do that, and they will do it continuously. And we have 2 of these things going just to speed it up a little bit. One over there, one over there. And, yeah, so the golems come down here. They are they're more than 2 blocks high, so they can't fit under here. I've got signs holding up a little bit of lava. The water will push them into the lava, and they just sort of sit there until they die. And then their drops fall into the water, and then into the hoppers, and into a bunch of chests that I have set up. I was hoping to see one drop here, but we may not get that lucky. Yeah, so pretty simple. I just close myself in here. We'll do some more skinning on this as soon as I feel like it. Yeah, easy access to the base, and a great source of iron if you're looking for that for your worlds. I will put the link to Doc M's tutorial in the description. He does quite a good job of getting this thing set up perfectly. Alright, another quick and dirty, easy to set up farm right here. Got some cactuses all next to fence posts. When they grow, the fence posts will break the top of the cactus off, and most of them will fall into this series of hoppers and into this chest. And Again, something moves very slowly, but it's always moving while I'm around here at the base. And yeah, just wanted to show that off as well. The rest of these are just growing here so I can come around, break them, and oh, I apparently need to relog. Hang on. Alright, oh, much better. Yeah, these are just here so that I can break them from time to time if, you know, when they all get grown. Or when they all grow. Excuse my English. That. And then you just replant them. Try not to run into them. And the rest can just be tossed in there. I love this elevator. Wish you didn't have to stare at the piston for it to work. It's kind of annoying. But whatever. Not sure if I've shown this off a little bit. I've started to make the base a little green and decorate it a little bit. You know, I'm going with sort of a built look around the natural rock and grass and green area here. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. This ledge around here is for a project that in the future. I just decided to put that in now because I felt like it, but very soon we're going to be working on a project that uses that ledge and a whole bunch more of this base as well. I just have to build a little bit more of the base. Quick staircase here down to the storage room, and here we are back here. Alright, something that I haven't been to in a very long time, probably too long to let this keep running on its own, is my chicken farm. And I have a feeling we're going to be quite full here. Oh yeah. I'm gonna grab as much of this as I can. And my goodness, the feathers. I don't even know what to do with all the feathers. So we're going to do this. Feathers aren't really even good for anything. I should use them for something, I don't know. Maybe as a substitute for wool when making a bed. Sort of like down feathers. I don't know. Just thinking out loud here. But I feel they should have definitely another purpose other than just making arrows. What are you gonna do? Alrighty. Well, I tried really hard. I left it for a while. Gave it a shot. But I still hate it. This snow is just not working with the rest of my base. It's too white. It's too big to be such a heavy or bright color. So I'm going to take it down. All down. I'm going to try a few things to, you know, remake it, but, you know, I'll check in here and there and let you guys know what I decide on. And voila! Here we are. This is what I've decided to go with. Sort of matching the style that I'm going for in this base with the cobblestone and the mossy cobblestone and trees and vines and glowstone and whatnot. I also pulled back the whole thing one block as well. As you can see, the snow is still on the inside there. The redstone is where these grooves are, but you can't really see it so much from down here. I left the inside all snow, because I did like it on the inside. But the outside, it was just a little bit too much. And to look at it from down here... Hang on. Looks much better from down here, I think, at least. Let me know if you don't think so. It seems to work a lot better and really stand out a lot less than the white snow that it was before. Anyway, this is where I'm going to call it quits for the night. I have to put this episode together. A bunch of random things today. That's okay. we'll maybe get back to a larger project next time. We'll see. I have actually no plans yet for what my next episode is going to be. Anyway, have a good one, everybody.